David Kong is with me, CEO of Best Western Hotels and Resorts. He joins me from Chicago. You were listening to what Christian was saying. You have the same problem, but you're much bigger in a sense. You have many more properties at different price points and different expectations, and therefore, I suppose, different margins. How are you doing at the moment in terms of reopening the global portfolio?
Well, you're right. We are actually a company with almost 5,000 hotels around the world. We are in over 100 countries. And so when you think about the industry, how it's performing, Best Western basically mirrors that because we're in every single segment. We are in many different locations. And in Asia, where it all began, is showing signs of recovery. I just talked to our partner there, and he was talking about the smog filling the cities again, which means that manufacturing is back and hotel occupancy is picking up. But many parts of Asia are still closed down. And if you look at Europe and the Middle East and Africa region, it's spotty. I was very encouraged today to hear many of our hotels in France and Germany reopened today, which was very encouraging. In the States, as you know, we have about 10% of the hotels that are still closed, primarily because of orders from the government.
So assume as we look to the summer, and we know that the summer is the reopening, what's your best guess for what you would expect occupancy to be over the summer? Are we in the low teens, the mid-20s, the high 30s?
I think as an industry, and certainly for our company, I hope that it would surpass 50, maybe even 60% occupancy. And the reason I'm not allowed to be more optimistic is because I recognize that in urban locations, that return of business is going to be very, very slow. Right. You can look at New York City, for example. What offices are open right now? Who's going to want to take public transportation to work? And therefore, the offices aren't open, and the ones that are open don't allow visitors. So, the hotel business is going to be impacted tremendously.
David, in terms of a company, if 2020 is a year of on hold and who knows what, at what stage do you put back some of your plans of expansion, renovation and capital expenditure, most of which have been stripped out of corporate plans as you've had to draw down credit lines?
You're right in saying that. We all have to worry about liquidity. It's not just us, it's all the franchisees that we work with. Many of them are in survival mode, so they think about being able to maintain the operation first before expanding. But having said that, I think this is actually a very good time to do renovation or to do new construction, because let's face it, construction costs has dropped by 20%. And you have much more people, many more people who are willing to work on your hotel project now than just 4 months ago. And you can afford to take rooms out of inventory right now. So this is actually a very good time to do renovation or do new construction, if you can afford it.
David, that's a classic example, a rightly expressed example of never waste a crisis. David, thank you. We'll talk more, please, over the summer as things move on and we get a better view. And, of course, when you're in New York, hopefully, eventually, we'll talk at a Best Western. I'm grateful for you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.